Hello, my fellow Sifu disciples. You are getting closer and closer to beating all the bosses in the Sifu game, and we have the guide for you. We showcase what it was like to beat the first boss. Now we're going into the second boss called Sean the Fighter. He is extremely intimidating. He has a long staff, and he does seem like a huge man ready to destroy. But I can promise you, after this guide, you will be very confident and it would be very easy for you to complete this mission. Before we get into that, I would like you to go watch the combat guide because it's going to give you the fundamentals, which are blocking, parrying, evading strikes, and dodging. All these four elements are the key to being able to beat any boss and making it look easy. Now, for Sean, once you get into the battle with him, like I always say, take a moment to evaluate what he does. He's very basic. He has a 3-hit combo that he does, and on the last strike, he actually freezes up just a little bit, and that's where you have your chance to take advantage of him being vulnerable, and you can punish him a bit with a couple of combinations of your choice. Now, I'll always talk about using your focus after the combinations. He's going to block or he'll dodge away. You can use your focus to get some more damage in and use something like the sweep for me personally, so I can get extra damage while he's down and then get him back up and do some extra damage from there. So again, evading his strikes is the method. This is not an easy task if you haven't mastered it yet, but pretty much follow the combat guide, which is going to lead you to an easy win against this boss. Okay, he does his 3-hit combo, and your job is to evade those strikes 1, 2, 3, and then go ahead and hit him. He does not do any low strikes in this first phase, so you have an easy opportunity to take advantage and pretty much finish him off without hardly getting hit and easily beating him down. Now, in every phase, they do have something that when they are low on health and about to get eliminated, then they get desperate, they add an extra attack on their combinations. So you got to be very careful and pay attention to those so that you know what's next. And his, as most of them are, adding a low strike, knowing that's a very difficult thing to defend, is his key way to get very, very crazy. Now, once you get to the end and you finish him off, you're gonna be able to do what's next, which is the second phase, where he puts everything on fire, his staff is on fire, and now he's somewhat of a savage, and I gotta be honest. So there's times where he'll enter with a low hit. Pay attention to that. Use that to your advantage. Entering with a low hit allows you to always dodge that first low hit. From there, you're going to be able to continue to dodge the other 3, which is the exact same from the previous time. So it's actually not changing much. He does charge at you after all of those 3 strikes, but you can hit him before that and be able to put in some damage to take him out easier. Once again, he does a low strike. You know how to avoid that. We talked about it in the combat guide. Now, after you dodge that, which you can also block it, it's best to avoid it. But if you can't, try to block it. Those are the only 2 methods that are going to work. You cannot parry that. It's more so focusing on avoiding and then going from there. When I say avoid, like I said to you guys, hold the block button and move the left stick to avoid. And I'm not going to go through that part of it because you should, if you're already in the second area, you should know that by now. Now, he does get difficult here because he adds small differences. He'll charge at you once and then he'll dodge away. He'll try to come in with 1 poke and then just leave again, dodge away. So he's doing a little bit of a difference, but most of all, it's a 3-strike pattern that he sticks to that you want to avoid, especially the last one, and you're good to go. Now, there are times where you could block an attack, but it's honestly best to simply evade them, because then that's going to give you extra focus, and blocking them might cost you him breaking your structure, which is your guard, and then you're in trouble. That's not what you want. So reminder to use your focus as well so that you can finish him off. These are pretty much the main principles on how to beat Sean the fighter. He does look intimidating. I totally get it. He's really not that hard, and you're definitely capable of taking him out. All right, so the 3-hit combo is his main trick, and all you're going to do is evade it by holding block, left stick, left, right, or down, and that's going to evade all of his strikes, unless it's a low strike, which is his entry strike on the second phase. All right, so those are the general moves, and that's what all you will have to do for this game. So feel free to get involved and into this as we go. Thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure, exciting game to play. Game of the year candidate for me. We do have the new footage for you guys coming out with all the bosses and more, and this should be a fun ride for those that are trying to figure it out. If you have any thoughts, comments that you want to share about this, maybe some tips or tricks of your own, feel free and tell me what works for you, and we'll continue to try to provide you with some fun times as we go forward. We have a lot more in store with Sifu, so stick around.